The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Mike O'Sullivan, CEO of One Southcoast Chamber, and I'm joined today on the One Southcoast Business Connection by Katie Green, our Vice President of Marketing and Events. Good to see you, Katie.
Oh, likewise, Mike. It's been a while.
Yeah.
We've had a busy month since we were here last.
It's been a very, very busy month. February was, even though it's one of the shortest months, although we had an extra day.
We did Leap of Kindness Day.
But it still feels like, it doesn't feel like the shortest month. We got a lot done.
We blinked and we packed a lot into that short month.
Yes.
And now we have even more things coming up.
Yeah,
right?
The month of March is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be very crazy.
But that's life in the chamber world, I think, right? We're always on the go, go, go.
Yeah, so I was on the phone on a Zoom call this morning with 5 or 6 other chamber execs, and everybody's like that in the chamber business. It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
That's the way it is.
Well, one of the events that we recently had was our the first of our Commonwealth Leaders Series, and our Commonwealth Leaders Series is, for those who don't know, is when we bring secretaries from the governor's cabinet down to speak to us about topics. So we just recently had Secretary of Economic Development Yvonne Howe, who was amazing.
Yeah, Secretary Howe is a fantastic speaker, and this is maybe it's at least the second, if not the third or fourth time I've seen her speak, and she's just a great speaker. She's very, I like to listen to her because she's very casual and conversational.
Yeah.
But
down to earth. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's very smart, and she really has. She really knows her stuff.
She does.
And in the economic development world today, there's a lot of stuff happening, and of course, she was very well prepared for a lot of the things happening on the South Coast. And we got to ask her a couple of questions too that maybe she might not have anticipated, but she handled them really well. And promised to look out for the South Coast as we went right along. But she's on top of the challenges that businesses are having, and staffing is still a major issue. And they're really trying to work on that, trying to help and figure out ways to, through job training and things like that, working with the mass hires. She talked a little bit about the Mass Reconnect program at Bristol Community College, and the hope that maybe they can get free community college tuition for all. Which of course Dr. Douglas was there, and she advocated a little bit for that as well. But she has her, she really does have her arms around all of those topics, and she's got her arms around the blue economy. She really has some good perspective. And of course, the one thing that we really asked her about that she's aware of, but she really, and this is part of why we advocate for things, has to do with the Washington Bridge in Providence.
Right.
And that situation affects so many people. It affects people who residents who commute back and forth. It affects businesses that are there that normally solve problems, but people aren't going that way. The traffic, it takes way too long.
Yes.
Way too long to get back and forth. But it also affects a lot of companies, and we have a lot that have 18-wheelers. If your 18-wheelers are sitting for an extra 60 to 90 minutes, just trying to get through Providence, it's tough. But she's working with Secretary Tanner from Rhode Island, and hopefully those our concerns will get. I'm sure they will get conveyed. And then, of course, it's also a federal issue. So
right.
We'll be talking about that with our federal delegation as well over the next few weeks and months. So.
Well, yeah, she was absolutely fantastic, and we hope that we can get her back again to speak soon, because I mentioned to you after the event was over how I always survey the room, and no one was on their phone. No one was distracted. She was just so engaging that she just was, everybody was hanging on her every word. So really, really fantastic speaker.
Yeah, well, she mentioned that she really likes the back eddy, so.
She does.
So if we really, we'll just promise we'll take her to lunch.
That's right.
Or we'll get her takeout or something from Back Eddy. Although, if you know the Back Eddy in Westport, it's not just the meal; it's
the
view,
the
location,
yeah,
the view.
for sure.
But we can take her there.
Yeah. All right, that's a plan. I'm in.
You know what? If we get her and the governor to come back, we'll take the governor to the Back Eddy
Perfect
as
plan.
well.
Perfect plan.
There you go.
So shifting a little bit to another one of our political leaders is Congressman Jake Auchincloss. He's going to be joining us this month. We're in March. I keep forgetting we're in March. On the 26th at Fall River Country Club, he is doing a congressional luncheon, which we've had him in the past. He's great, another great speaker. Super nice guy.
Yeah.
So we're excited to see, what he's going to have to say to our members in attendance.
Yeah, we're looking forward to having him. He was originally scheduled in November, and then with some of the changes in Washington, he got called into session. So we had to postpone. And then, of course, he's got a very busy schedule. So we were able to get him to come in March, which we're very excited about, and we are looking forward to hearing, what he's got to say, about all the different things that are happening in Washington. Of course, we're going to ask him about the Washington Bridge. As I mentioned earlier, it's a federal, it's a federal Department of Transportation thing. So we really need his help on that as much as anybody, as well as Congressman Keating and Senators Markey and Warren. It's important that they all really can help us with that. But we're really looking forward to the congressman, because there's just so much going on at the federal level, and he's usually right smack in the middle of it. And he will, he'll always have. He'll be able to kind of give us an update on what's happening in the Middle East and Ukraine, because he's very active in those areas of concern for Congress. And so it'll be nice to have him come back, and he's always does a really good job.
He does, and I believe he's a veteran. Am I correct?
He is a veteran. Yes,
yeah.
he is a veteran, and he spent time in the Middle East.
He did.
So he's one of one of our congressional leaders that really has a firsthand experience. So it's really nice. It's nice to know that, and that they're representing us like that.
Right. Well, we're excited to have him back, and this event is not just for members. So anybody who is interested in attending, it is open to non-members as well. You can always visit our website at onesouthcoast.com, where you can view our event calendar and register for the ones that are also open to the public. So before Congressman Auchincloss comes with our super busy calendar, we have our job fair, which we hold twice a year. So this is our winter/spring one. We're going to be right on the cusp of spring. It's just before spring comes. And that's going to be on Thursday, the 14th of March at White's from 9 to 2. It's free for any job seeker to attend. You don't have to pre-register. It's a great opportunity for these job seekers, whether you're looking for full-time employment, part-time employment, to come meet some of these employers in our area on the South Coast and see what kind of jobs they have to offer.
Yeah, we're this is one of the more fun events, because first of all, we get to work with great partners like Mass Hire, and we're in the situation where we have Mass Hire of Bristol, which is based in Fall River, and Mass Hire Greater New Bedford, which obviously is based in New Bedford. But they have two great teams, and they help us. They help us recruit. They help us. They help us fill the room. But they just do. They do a great job working with us. And we have. I think I forgot to confirm Cliff, but we're over 50, I believe. 50 jobs.
Right around there, I think.
Right around 50. 50 employers are registered with like another week or so to register. So we should be up over 60, I would think, because it seems like as we get closer, it picks up. But there are so many businesses that are that have staffing issues.
Right, we hear it all the time.
Yeah, that's one of the topics that we talked to Secretary Howe about yesterday, was or earlier, and they were, it's a big issue, and the way people look for work, what type of work they want to do, the hours they want to work, so much of that has changed that the employers are changing as the employees are changing. So people really, they need to come to the job fair so they can talk to the employers one-on-one, see what kind of jobs are out there, and see how they can make it work. But job fair is always a great event for us, and we're looking forward to it.
We are. If you are a job seeker, come dressed to impress. We always stress that. Bring a stack of resumes, because this is going to be their first interview in a sense, when they're meeting these employers. And also, we're doing our free headshots again. This is a huge draw for us. People love that we do this. It is completely free for you to get a professional headshot taken, and then they're emailed to you a few days after the event. So come on down. We hope to see some of you there Thursday, March 14th at White's, 9 to 2. And then we've got one of my.
More.
We've got more. We have so much more.
We're rolling into April now.
Well, now we're rolling into April. Yes. Mayor Coogan is going to do his annual Fall River State of Business address with us. This year we're holding it at Fall River Country Club.
Yeah, we're excited about that. The mayor's excited, having it at the Country Club, and the mayor. The mayor is every year. The mayor is getting better and better and better at telling the great story that is Fall River, which is exciting, because there's a lot of great stuff going on in the business community in Fall River. There's things that are already happening. There's things that are about to happen that he can talk about. He can talk about the Route 79 project and what that looks like, which is really exciting. I mean, that's going to change the waterfront forever.
Sure.
And we are super excited about that. And I know that all the folks that are working on that, the Redevelopment Authority, Bristol County Economic Development consultants, Sarah Page, Ken Fiola, they're really excited about just the opportunity to continue the growth and change in Fall River. So, and I know the mayor's going to be talking that one up.
Sure.
And there's a lot, he'll be talking about new business. He'll be, which there's a lot of new business and there's just a lot of great stuff that's happening. I don't want to steal his thunder. But there is a lot of great stuff that's really happening in the city that I know the mayor is excited about and we're excited about, and it's always great to partner with the mayor and his office to be able to tell that story.
Absolutely. They're great to work with. We always love when we can spend some time with Mayor Coogan. So that's going to be on April 3rd, again at the Country Club from 11:30 to 1. Now, still in April, we're going to be here at Bristol Community College on the 9th. We've partnered with the college to put together a DEI panel called Mosaic, Multicultural Opportunities Serving Area Industries and the Community. I love that acronym. It's a really great one. I wish I was clever enough to have thought it, but it wasn't me.
I'm glad you love it, because I would never remember exactly what that stands for.
Well, I cheated.
I know.
I have it in my notes.
I know it's in your notes. But I would never be able to, I need something short and sweet like DEI, which that is a DEI initiative of the Chamber and the community college. And, the community college is such a great partner.
Right.
And Dr. Douglas is such a great believer in diversity, equity, and inclusion, and she's made great things happen at the college. She's helping us on the chamber side, because DEI is not simple. It's definitely not simple, but we have a great DEI committee led by Gail Forts, and we're working really hard. We had that great business after hours
That was
in
fantastic.
January. But Mosaic, we're very excited about this working with Mosaic. It's just a fantastic opportunity for area business leaders from every background, and that's the key, from every background.
Right.
Because it's really, the DEI is meant to bring people together and include people, and it's Gail Forts was reminding me last week that don't forget the inclusion part of it, and the inclusion part of it is very important. But it really is meant to bring people together from all walks of life, and Mosaic will do that, and we're excited about that.
We are.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that one.
And registration is already open on our website. We're ahead of the game, which I love when we're ahead of the game on these things. So,
and that's at onesouthcoast.com.
Onesouthcoast.com. So anybody interested in attending, this is free. So there's going to be a panel happening first at 4 p.m. In the J building here at Bristol Community College, and then after the panel is over from 5 to 7, they're doing a nice little mixer for everyone in attendance. So it's going to be a great opportunity to just come and meet some great business leaders in the community, get to network with diverse businesses, and hopefully walk away with some new connections and opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's a great opportunity.
So I'm going to backtrack a little bit to March. My schedule's all over the place. We're having our business after hours for March on the 28th, and that's going to be at Health First Family Care Center right down on Quarry Street. I went in there for the first time the other day, Mike, to do a little walkthrough for the event. I was blown away by that place. First of all, from the outside driving by, you don't realize, it's very unassuming, you don't realize how massive it is. And Jenny Mello-Reese, who is the marketing director over there, she gave me a tour of the whole facility. It's so incredible to see what they're doing there for the community. And it's not just for people who may be on lower income. They take private insurance there as well. I told you they have Southcoast Health has a lab there where you can go and get lab work done. They have a mental health facility there. They do dental, they do medical. It's really incredible. There's a pharmacy, Standard Pharmacy is in there. It's really incredible what they do. So we're excited that Health First is hosting this event with us. And now they'll get to show off what they do, because I'm a Fall River girl, born and raised, as you know, and I had no idea that this was there. So it's a great resource for the community.
It really is a fantastic resource for the community. I was in there, it's got to be, well, it was pre-COVID, so it was a few years back, but I was amazed at the facility then. And I think they've done some work inside it since then as well. But you don't realize sometimes the services that are available in different places.
Right.
And Health First is we're proud of what they're doing. Like it's one of those things that a lot of people in Fall River believe, like they know of it, but they don't know about it. And so they're like, oh, well, that's like a community health center. And it is a community health center, but it's not only a community health center.
Right.
It's for the entire community, as you said, with the insurances that they take, and so we're looking forward to getting back in there. The last time I was there, we did a Thank You Thursday there, and of course, what better organization than somebody in that's taking care of everybody's health needs,
right,
is for Thank You Thursday.
Right.
It was a great. It was we had a lot of fun when we were there. So that's the 28th.
28th of March, yeah, so we're really looking forward to that. We love our business after hours, though. We always have such a good time. It's a great crowd. It's just a fun time for our members to get out there and network, and I think probably even our regulars who come will always meet somebody new every time.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. Now, have you been practicing your golf swing?
No,
Me either.
not at all, but I need to.
Yeah.
I need to because we have our golf tournament on April 29th.
We do.
And that's another one that we're looking forward to. But no, I definitely need to practice my golf swing.
Okay. Well, you have time. You have a couple months. Well, just under 2 months, I'd say. But one of the things, this is our second year doing it in April because we always used to do it in September, and there's a lot of competition with other tournaments in September. So we had the idea. Maybe not the greatest idea at first, but it snowballed now, I think, to say, let's try and be the first tournament of the entire golf season. I think that's a pretty good claim to make. I think we've done it.
I think we have done it.
Yeah.
And now we have to get, when you're in the Northeast, there's a lot of people who like to still play golf in April in Florida. Mm-hmm. So we have to get a lot of those people. They have to get their golf bags back up here, and they have to be ready to start on April 29th because the weather's, it's going to be 70 degrees and gorgeous on April 29th.
Well, only putting good vibes out there, just throwing it out into the universe. We're going to have a beautiful day. It's going to be held at New Bedford Country Club, and that is open to anyone who wants to join. So if you're interested in joining as an individual or as a foursome, you can visit our website, onesouthcoast.com, to register. But it's a great day. It's a scramble format, and it's a 10 a.m. shotgun start. So, and it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah, and my foursomes won't win.
Well,
the other three in my foursome will be very, very unhappy that I just declared that.
But one of the members of your foursome just had a hip replacement, so.
Right. So it's not only my fault.
It's not all on you. It's not all on
me.
you. No.
It's not on me. I forgot about that. But yes, I don't think my foursome's going to win. But we'll have a great time.
Right. We have some really incredible players that play every year.
Yeah, we've had foursomes, come in 14, 15, 16 under on the scramble. That is not easy to do. Mm-hmm. It is really not easy to do.
Yeah.
Not mine though.
Well, we'll see. Don't sell yourself short, Mike. We'll see. If I was on your team, you would come in last place, I'll tell you that. So again, any of these events that we've mentioned today, they're all on our website at onesouthcoast.com. If you go to our main page and click on the event calendar, you'll be able to see everything that we have going on, which is no shortage. It's a lot. It's a lot. I would be remiss if I didn't mention March is Women's History Month. And we are starting promotions a little bit early for this one, but I think no better time during Women's History Month than to announce on May 7th we're holding our annual Women's Forum, and we're going to have former Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito joining us, which is great. We're so excited to have her come and speak to everyone. That's going to be at Rachel's Lakeside on the 7th. Karen
is a fantastic speaker. She is the former Lieutenant Governor, as you said, but she's just a great speaker. She's easy to follow, tells great stories, has just great experience. When I ran into her. We had put the ask out, and she said to me, "What would you like me to talk about?" And I said, "You can talk about anything." I said, "Like you with your background and all the things you've seen, and you could talk about, how you rose to be the lieutenant governor. I mean, those are some great examples of your leadership."
Those. Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, that's easy." So she agreed, and then took a couple weeks to work the details out, but she's really a great speaker. So anybody, and you don't, just because it's a women's forum, men can go.
Boys are allowed at this.
Yes, boys are allowed.
We allow Mike to come.
I'll be there. Ian will be there.
Yeah, all the men on our staff
Hunter and Cliff will be there,
yeah.
And we'll be having a great time listening to her tell her story. It's a lot of fun.
Well, based on the speakers that we've had in the past, the crowd just really loves hearing how these women got where they are today.
Right.
And many of them, they had to fight hard to get to where they were. Last year we had Danielle North. The year before we had Carol Fiola. And it's just really interesting stories to see how they've climbed the ladder.
It really is. It really is. And you know, Danielle was fantastic.
She was a
last
little
year.
Spitfire. I loved her.
She was a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
of course, Carol Fiola. Carol Fiola is always a fantastic speaker, and just a great representative of everything in Fall River. She did an excellent job as well. So we're really looking forward to having Carol.
I've never met her, so I'm really excited to have the opportunity.
Yeah, I've met her. I've met her quite a few times over my time since I've been with the chamber. You know, she especially with Paul Coogan as the mayor. She has a great connection with Mayor Coogan, and there's this story about them going to eat hot dogs, Coney Island dogs in Fall River. So
can't beat a good Fall River Coney Island hot
no,
dog.
you can't.
No.
And you know, if they invited me, I'd go with them, but you know, they never invited me. But I'm also not offended. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. We also have some great stuff happening with our education committee as well. Ian Abreu has been working really. Ian Trombley has been working very, very hard on our education committee and our government affairs, and we've got a lot of good stuff happening there. We've got our next meeting is going to be on the campus at Bristol Community College for the education committee on March 22nd, and you know, we had a great meeting in January at UMass Dartmouth, and we're following that up with we're going to review a lot of the topics that came up and really start to implement plans and things and subcommittees and all that kind of stuff to really to just really get our education committee back rocking and rolling. So we're excited about that, and we've got some government affairs meetings coming up that Ian's really been working hard on. So we've got, we're
full steam ahead.
The chamber is not sitting around on their hands.
No,
that's
we're not
sure.
slowing down. We're forging forward, right?
That's right, and that's not telling everybody's story. Cliff is working really hard on building the membership and retaining the membership, and Hunter's back working on the directory. He's working on the navigator. He's working on all those things, all of our social media. So, we're in really good stead right now.
We are. Anything else?
No, I think
we're at the end of our time. I think.
Wow, time flies.
It does.
The time actually flies.
Good company. That'll do it.
Thank you very much, and it's been a great show.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's always lovely to sit here.